Dad started the business in '67. One of the first memories I have of that is him downstairs in the basement sliding a crystal around on a brass plate. And I asked him what he was doing, and he says, "Oh, this is the future. I'm going to start making crystals." And before long, he was making crystals for his friends and a few game customers that wanted to buy crystals. Dad appointed me as managing director of Rakon in 1986. It was the end of the channel crystal era and the beginning of the cellular phone era. Through the 90s, we grew the company quite rapidly. 2003, 2004, where we could see the GPS was going to go into the cellular phone. We were the first company to be qualified into a Motorola phone that was GPS enabled. But we knew to compete with the Japanese competitors, we'd really have to scale up. So to do that, we had to raise capital, and we thought the best way to do that was to do an IPO. From March last year, we've really seen the share price respond well to our strategy. It's been a accumulation of a number of years of hard work getting the company into a position where we're able to really talk about some of the gains that we've been making.
Yeah, I have always been passionate about science and technology. That led me to do a PhD. For that, I went over to United States, and I did a PhD in electrical and electronics engineering, and I also did an MBA. I was working for a spin-off of Motorola, a frequency control products company in Chicago, when I joined Rakon in 2002. Rakon did not have any presence in US or Europe at that time, so we established this office as a field applications and sales office that covered both US and Europe. And moving onward from that, after our CMAC acquisition, we formed a global business development team, and I was the head of the global business development team. And from that point onward, in 2012, I became the managing director for our European business units. And moving on to 2020, I have become the Chief Operating Officer, and I have been responsible for our global operations. I remember meeting Warren and consequently Brent and Darren in late 90s. At that time, something that was amazing to me was their passion for the business, their pride, and their knowledge. What excites me about stepping into this role are the future prospects and the potential that we have in front of us. We have had an incredible journey that Brent led us through, that took us to where we are. And I see this as a relay race where Brent had the baton throughout that phenomenal journey. And I have now come to a point where I have gained speed. I have come to a point where I think we're precisely synchronized with him. I do feel that as Rakon, we have contributed substantially to the global timing and synchronization state of the art in technology. So what we have in our possession now, we can see it taking us to 5G, from 5G to 6G, and also in new space, further down in space. I think some of the accomplishments that we have had in the past decades are quite great and incredible. Our culture is very closely reflective of the Kiwi culture in general. We have the same attributes such as open-mindedness, can-do attitude, very innovative, flexible, agile, but still have humility. This is based on work that we have done over the course of a number of decades. And the 4 pillars of our strategy have now all aligned. We have technology, we have people, we have the operational strength, and we have the customers in place.
When someone was in a position to do my job better than I can, in my eyes, I would step back, and I believe that time is now.
As Rakon, we're extremely lucky that Brent is going to stay on, and he is going to put his whole energy into technology. He is a technology visionary. experience that he has been on the forefront of many of our successes.
Rakon's positioned better than it's ever been positioned before, and with the opportunity in front of us with new space, telecommunications, also positioning, Rakon is in some extremely exciting growth markets, and I believe between us we'll be able to do great things.